Okay, look at this. Just look at it. If I covered up the title and ask you what game this was, probably say something like Alien Swarm, maybe a weird mod for Rainbow Six, or some indie tactical shooter, right? Probably wouldn't guess that this is PUBG. Yeah, that Battle Royale PUBG. On February 5th, they shadow dropped PUBG Blindspot into early access. We are miles away from the massive open world Battle Royale here. Instead, we got a claustrophobic, top-down isometric shooter. Is it a genius pivot or a complete identity crisis? I jumped in to find out. Right off the bat, as soon as the tutorial ended and I hit the main menu, I got hit with the weirdest sense of deja vu. I mean, just look at the character screen, the UI, the hero poses. I'm getting some serious Valorant vibes here. I'm not sure if that was the direct inspiration, but it definitely feels familiar. Also, side note, why is my username always inappropriate in these games? And it's kind of weird. Anyway, once you get past the menu, the reality of the gameplay sets in. Perspective shifts isn't just cosmetic, it pretty much changes everything. I decided to start where I always start, team deathmatch. I just wanted to shoot some guns without worrying about the objectives too much. And honestly, it kind of feels weird. I have thousands of hours in shooters, FPS, third-person shooters, you name it. But this isometric aiming curve, it is a pretty steep one. You're not just snapping to heads, you're managing this line of sight cone where you can only see what your character sees. They call it a shared vision. So if your teammate sees it, you see it. If they don't, you're staring into the dark. TDM was fun, but it felt like I was playing with the training wheels. It's clear this mode only exists to help you figure out how to aim before the real game crushes you. And speaking of crushing you, let's talk about the rooster for a second, because this isn't standard PUBG where everyone is just a generic survivor in a helmet. You're picking specific operators with specific kits. You got your breachers, guys who are literally just there to blow holes in the indestructible walls. You got support classes that can heal or drop ammo. And then you have the trappers. I hate the trappers. Nothing is worse than creeping down the hallway, checking your corners, feeling like a tactical genius, only to step on a mine that blows your legs off because you weren't looking at the floor. The synergy here is crucial. You go in the match with 5 run-and-gun duelists, you're going to lose most likely. You need that utility to clear rooms. It forces you to communicate in a way that standard PUBG never did. So after shaking off the rust in TDM and picking a hero, I tried the real mode. This is where the game shows its true colors. It's basically a Rainbow Six Siege, but from the ceiling. It's a 5 versus 5 attack versus defense setup. One team is trying to plant the bomb, the other team is reinforcing walls, laying down barbed wire, and setting those annoying traps I mentioned. It sounds simple on paper. In practice, it is incredibly sweaty. You're picking corners, looking for murder holes in the walls. Just to add to the stress, a friendly fire is on. Yeah, when everyone is learning the controls and spraying bullets in panic, let's just say I definitely killed my teammates a couple times by accident. It is pure chaos. Now, before we wrap up, we have to address the elephant in the room, price tag. It is a free-to-play game, and in 2026, that usually sets off some alarm bells. From what I've seen so far, it seems strictly cosmetic. Skins, weapon charms, victory dances, pretty standard stuff for competitive free-to-play games. But, and this is a big but, it is an early access game. The open development phase, that means the meta is going to shift. Characters that are overpowered today might be useless tomorrow. If you're the type of player who hates it when developer constantly tweaks weapon stats, you might want to wait for a few months. But if you like being part of the experiment, it costs you $0 to try it, so there's nothing to lose here. So after about an hour of getting absolutely wrecked, where do I stand? I have to respect the risk here. Taking a massive IP like PUBG and turning it into a niche, tactical top-down shooter, that definitely takes some guts. But is it for me? Probably not. I prefer the speed of team deathmatch. This tactical mode is slow, it's kind of complex, and it requires the level of patience I really just don't have for I think this is going to be too hard for the casual crowd, but for the hardcore, a tactical shooter enjoyer, there might be something here. It definitely has the potential for a small, dedicated, kind of a cult following, I think. I don't see it replacing the main game anytime soon, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Do they actually have something with this pivot, or is it a total waste of time? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.